Hello there, and welcome to this webinar on our Marketing Plus feature. Now, our Marketing Plus is an advanced marketing platform. You may be aware of it. If not, we're going to give you an overview of it today. There are a few reasons why you may want to use Marketing Plus, and we'll go through those. I've got my colleague Emma with us today. Emma's going to be leading you through. I'll be asking questions, playing the role of the client, and Emma will give us the information that we need. Now, with Marketing Plus, what are the benefits? So there's a lot more design options for you. You can pop in there a lot more pictures. You can take control of the font, so you can choose the type of the font, the size, the color. There are multiple different layouts available, which makes it perfect for newsletters. So you can have text alongside pictures and, double pictures, just a bit like a newspaper, really. You've got way more freedom to be able to send your campaigns when you want to. So unlike our shortcuts platform, which is it's quite restricted because we've made it that way to make it very simple to use. Which does suit most people. So, for example, the birthday campaign goes out on the day of the birthday. With this one, you can choose for it to go out the day before, a week before, it's up to you. And because of that freedom as well, it makes it perfect for your Google review link, which you can send out the day after a client has visited. It's easy once you get used to it. It can look a little bit overwhelming at first, but Emma will go through that with us now. Morning, Emma.
Morning. Thank you for having me.
That's all right.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. I think anything that allows you to do more can be a little bit overwhelming to start with. But once you get your head around the layout, and it all becomes familiar, it's really easy to navigate and use.
Yeah, good. Okay. So with the Marketing Plus, do you just want to explain here what we're looking at? Someone who's
Yeah,
logging in? Yeah.
absolutely. So when you log in for the first time, you'll get to the homepage, which looks like this, which has a series of tiles that you can navigate to do what you would like to do. There are also some extra options at the top on the left here.
Great. When you do sign up to Marketing Plus, you do get 2 hours of training. So those options there at the top, obviously, we won't go through those today. But that will be covered in your training session, along with a more in-depth look into what lies behind each of these tiles. But as part of the overview, do you want to show us the template library?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so great place to start. We'll go into the template library. And just show you that to get started, you actually have a whole heap of templates here that we've just given you as a guide. So you're welcome to use one of those, or of course, you can design your own template from scratch if you prefer. Most people we do find use one of our templates and then build on it. So they just use it as a foundation and then add what they want to it. So I'll just give you a few examples here. If I have a click on We Miss You, this is a little preview of something that you could design. Obviously, your own pictures, your own logos, your own colors. So something like that. Or there's a bit of a shortcuts one that we've done here as an example with our branding on it. So again, I'll just preview that and show you. I'll just go into the edit area so that I can show you what's available to you to build on that template. So if we go into edit, we've got this drag and drop editor here. So very, very easy to use. If you want another picture, you just pick that up, put that where you'd like it to sit. So I might just pop it in there, and then you can browse to that image that you would like to add there. If you'd like one column or two columns, or text in one column and an image in another, you just click and again drag and drop where you want that to sit. When you click on it, it brings up the options over here. So I can change that font to white. I can type in what I want there. With the image, I can select and browse my image. And then finally, something important to point out would be if you want an image to link through to something, when you click on it, you can pop that URL in there as well, and then that becomes a clickable link, which is an extension to our marketing that's included in your shortcuts package by default. Down the bottom, you can, just at the bottom, you can link to your socials as well there and include, of course, your business details. There are insert fields and everything that you can add.
Great. So with the images,
Mhm.
do I need to upload my own? Do I need to do that each time I'm creating a template? Are there any, images that I can use?
Yeah, yeah. So there's a library there for you to use, and you can also save your own. So when we hit browse, there's a library here with quite a few images, and you can also upload your own here so that you don't need to do it every time.
Yep.
What some of our clients decide to do is actually not have any words in their campaign or text, I should say. They create the entire campaign or email template as a series of small images in an external platform. So they might be really creative in using a graphic design platform. So they'll actually create one big email in an external program, then they'll chop it up to bite-sized images, upload just the images into Marketing Plus here, and then pop the link behind the image. So let's pretend this was a bite-sized piece of information that they've converted to an image, and they'll link it to a part on their shop that references, or might open up to their booking link if it was a special or something like that. So that's an option with images as well.
Yep. Yep. I've seen that done plenty of times as well,
It's
which is
clever.
great. Yeah. Yeah. Um, okay, fantastic. So we've got the images in there. We know we've got a library, so that makes it nice and easy to use.
Mm-hmm.
Um, what would be the next step then, if I'm ready
Then
to?
Yeah, so the next step would be to use that template that you've created. So you can do that a couple of different ways, but the easiest way is just to find the template that you want to use and select use this template. Once, without going into trainer mode, when you select use this template, it'll actually convert it into a campaign, which a campaign is what's ready to send to the client. So we're going to set that the send mode up. I'll just hit use this template now, pop that into a campaign. Just wait for it to load. Okay, great. Now, in Marketing Plus, as a side note, which I'll show you after, you can send SMSs as well. But because we were in the template library, we'll just start by showing an email, because obviously you don't need a visual template for an SMS. So this is email only at this point. So I've got it here. I can adjust this template this time if I want to. Press save and continue. And I'll just do a bit of an overview of the tabs that are then created.
Can I just
So
ask a question
yes, yes.
just quickly? Can you just go back to the layout for me?
Mhm.
Just in case anyone's wondering, just scroll down for me. Well, there's lots of areas there in brackets that have text but no
Mhm.
information.
These are insert fields. So this is
Yep.
going to pull the information from your account and put that information by default in there so that you don't have to type in your address every time, your phone number. So your business details will come through, and it will also pull, so will pull that personalized field through for your client's name there as well.
Yep. Thank you.
No worries. I'll just pop back into send option. So this is like the sending mechanism. You can choose between a once off, so that might just be a newsletter, or set and forget. So ongoing, reoccurring emails that you can just set up and forget. These can be based on a certain list or a certain event. So if I go set and forget here, we have got an amazing array of events that you can choose from. So this could be their date of birth, their last visit date, their first visit date, all those kinds of events that happen with a client in your shortcut system. And then you can choose when you want it to start sending from, what time of the day you want it to go on. If people are going to receive this and they're sharing an email, like maybe a mother and a child, you can tick so that they only receive that once. Once you've chose those options, you can go through to demographics. And in demographics, you can set up certain scenarios and save them so that you don't, if there's something that you use all the time, you don't have to keep on going through and adding a scenario and then choosing the same options. It might be something like, which is one that we see all the time being used, if the client doesn't have a future appointment. So you might send, we miss you, if they haven't been in for, say, 4 months, but you don't want that to go to somebody if they already have a future booking. So that could be a demographic or a scenario that you create. You could just want it to go to people in a certain club. There's lots of different options that you can choose there. Happy for me to keep going across the tabs here, Jonathan?
Yep,
Yeah,
please.
yeah, great. Promotional codes, we can link or track your ROI, so that's return on investment, and we can link these codes to your discount reasons in shortcuts. And then in Marketing Plus, there's a report that will show you if you decide to sign up for it, and we do training with you where you can track your ROI as well. So it'll be something like there were this many emails sent, how many of these discounts have been used, and how much was that worth? Not the discount, but the service amount that they had with that discount, how much was that worth to you? So really great way of seeing if the discount codes are working. And then we'll just skip through for this time at this time status. And this is where you'll send a test to yourself. It does ensure that you've checked the spelling, checked the subject, you're really happy with it before you would then activate the email, and the campaign would be active and start to go out. And don't forget, if that's set and forget, it just keeps on going out for you to the relevant group of people that it needs to send to. So very, very clever.
Great. I mean, obviously, there's a little more to it than that, which you'd
Of
go
course.
through, yeah, in your training. But we're just trying to give you sort of a nice light overview without bogging you down with too much detail. Now, I noticed there were some extra fields in there, which I know what they relate to. So for anyone that has more than one business and they're
Mhm.
using this particular platform, this is great because with our shortcuts marketing, um, if you've got multiple sites, you would need to set up a marketing campaign per site. The beauty with Marketing Plus is that we don't need to do that.
Yeah. So you can create the templates using those buttons that Johnny's called out there. That you would create the template as we did initially, and then you could either push that or share that with your other locations, or you can even put the template into a campaign and then push or share that with your other locations as well. So you can go all the way back to the start of the template and then they use that as they wish, or you can put it into a campaign so it's actually ready to go, or perhaps even already active, and then push that down to each location. So if you've got, say more than 2 locations, this is amazing for you because that cuts out all of that administration work to manage it.
Yeah. So just to elaborate on that a little bit. So when we create the template in the head office account, there's a couple of options when you push down. So you can just push it down and it sits in each site's library. And if you just want to tweak, maybe it's a newsletter and each location wants to have their own team picture. So they can just add their own team picture and then they can send it from their own library. But that's all they would need to do because the main bulk of it has already been done.
Yeah, then they just
And
activate it from there.
yeah. Or if it's a newsletter that's just going out to everyone, you can actually push it down. It will go through each location and it picks up the address and details of each of those locations. So it's not that it's a one size fits all. It actually looks like it's
Mm.
come from that location, which I think is, it's really good.
Yeah, it's really clever. The other thing you could do for, say, birthdays, if you don't want the client receiving a birthday email from multiple locations, if you do have locations within a close vicinity to each other, you could even activate the birthday campaign at a head office level. So, because we give you head office and then each of the individual sites, you can activate that birthday head office, tick the box that said only send to one when sharing email address. And then they can actually get that birthday email from your brand as opposed to a particular location, meaning that they're only going to get it once. So that's a nice idea as well.
Yep.
And the good thing about Marketing Plus for multi-sites is you can use any combination of these that you want. You don't just have to choose a path and stick with it. You're stuck with that forever. You can do something this month and then change it up if you felt that didn't work. Or you could, for birthdays, do it from the head office level. And then for your sites, use that for all the other marketing. So yeah, you can use a combination of anything that you like.
Great. Now, I think you were about to lead us there, but with the
Mhm.
return on investment reports, emails are great because we get to see, as you can see, what's going. If you look at the bottom of the screen there, it says sent, opened, clicks, bounce backs. With emails, because they're electronic, we get information back. Which Emma will just go through in a second, but you don't get that with SMS. So we do know with SMS
Mm,
how many have been sent, but we don't know how many have been opened, for example, or if any links
yeah.
have been clicked on within.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, these aren't active campaigns, so we don't have stats here. But just as an example, with both email and SMS, we're going to see how many were sent. And from there, it'll just be emails that show us the rest of the stats. So it's fantastic because you can see your open rates, your click through. So if there was a link to be clicked on, then you'll see how many people actually did that. You can deal with your bounce backs. You can click on this number and it will actually open and tell you who they were that bounced back. So perhaps you'd like to give that client a call and just fix up their email address so that they don't have that happen again. You can see who's opting out there. And obviously we just leave that. That will talk back to shortcuts and opt them out of email marketing from then on. So with nothing for you to deal with there. And we can have some social links that clients can click on there as well. So you get those numbers. You
Yep,
can
yep,
also print out a full summary to see that if you want, if you're someone who likes to print that out.
yep. Just inside that full summary as well, when it says clicks, if you do have multiple hyperlinks in your campaign, then it will actually list all of those hyperlinks and it will tell you which ones have been clicked on,
Yeah, fantastic.
which is good. So that's in
Down
the
there
click
under
summary
click
at the
summary.
bottom. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. And that is the main overview of Marketing Plus. We've talked about the multi-site functionality, which is amazing, and just a general, I guess, add-on for clients wanting to achieve a different look for their email marketing. So really wanting to add more images than that standard one image and your logo, and perhaps someone that wants to use images to click through, or a Google link you wanting to click through the day after they came in so that you can get that Google reviews. Lots of really great options in Marketing Plus.
Yep. And there's a slightly different process. If anyone's used, previously sent any targeted campaigns out
Mhm.
using Shortcuts Marketing, you need to save, you create the list in the Shortcuts Marketing on the main system there, and then you save the list and you upload it. With Marketing Plus, when you create that list, you actually push it up, which you'd go through in your
True.
training. So that makes it a little bit easier there. So it's a slightly easier process for doing targeted marketing.
Absolutely. Yeah. Shortcuts, when you save your list, it will give you a what we call, a marketing tag, and it becomes a number. And then you just enter that number when you are activating your campaign and it knows which list to look for.
It does. Great. Well, I think that's a nice little overview for anyone that's not seen this platform before.
Fantastic. Yeah. Thank you for
Yeah.
having me share.
No, thank you for giving us a little tour around.
My pleasure.
All right, thanks, Emma. And thanks
Okay.
everyone
Thank you.
for watching this. And I think the next one we're going to be doing is digital gift cards
That's
as
it.
well. So yeah,
Yep.
make sure you tune in for that one.
Yep. Great to start to think about gift cards well before Christmas. So you have time for ordering them if you want to have some customized gift cards made up. So look
Yep.
forward to sharing that with you next time.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Thanks.